I think there's a renewed optimism for access to energy in Papua New Guinea. I think we've talked about this for a very long time. I now see that with the new ministers and with new policy, but also the change in leadership at PNG Power, there seems to be a very compelling, clear path forward. And I think it's too early to tell whether we succeed, but we're certainly talking about the right things now. I think it's a much more energetic, pardon the pun, conversation than what we've been having since the last 9 years that I've lived here. So that would be my key takeout. I think the second piece would be the domestic market obligation discussion, that we've been quite seriously talking about DMOs, but in fact what we've achieved is a gas sales agreement, which is still coupled to the international oil price. What we're moving to, I think, is a genuine conversation about gas to power being at a price point which would enable affordability for all Papua New Guineans. That's quite exciting. Well, I think that it's very concise. They're actually really impactful sessions. I think that the organisation of the conference is flowing. You have you have people who are really good on the A game. You're not bringing the B game to Papua New Guinea. Often I think we're seen as being a smaller player, a very emerging economy, and therefore anybody will kind of do. Whereas in my session we had Oliver Brand, who I used to work with at the International Finance Corporation. He really knows his stuff when it comes to energy markets, and I think that really makes a big difference. And I think that a lot of other conferences that are held in Papua New Guinea try to do that, but you have one or two or maybe three people over a 2 or 3 day conference who are the A game, and then the rest of it kind of settles on the B level. So this conference, I think, was very well organised. It's concise, it's had a flow to each session, but importantly the moderators really hang it together expertly. I think that's quite a credit to everybody involved. Well, I think that petroleum or oil or any kind of fuel, to me, is just a start to what the catalyst, if you like, to what the real change and opportunity is. If you spend time in Papua New Guinea, whether it's Moresby or whether it's in rural areas, the greatest job we can do as development practitioners, and let's hope most of us have some development practitioner amongst us, is that we can change people's lives. We all say we want to make a difference. This job as head of PNG Power is the greatest development opportunity I'll ever have in my life, because if we connect people to affordable, reliable electricity, we literally change their lives forever. And if we do enough of that, the collective means that we change this country forever. I wonder if this is the new pioneer, is changing the electrical landscape from 13% access to even 70%. If I could see that achievement in my lifetime, I mean, that would be phenomenal. That's what excites me. That's what, whether you are having a good day or a bad day, I don't work for the board of PNG Power. I work for the 8 million people who in Papua New Guinea, 7 million of which have no access to energy. If that doesn't excite you, I think you should get your passport and rack off home, because I think that is really, really an interesting job.